Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video and a brand new series on the channel. So, what we are doing is we are going to be doing a Road to Glory called the Sorare £10 Road to Glory. Now, for you guys who are not familiar with Sorare is basically fantasy football, but you have to buy every player that you wish to use. Now, I've been trading on here for over a year because it piques my interest being a FIFA trader and it's, football related. So I've been trading on here for over a year. I've made some pretty decent money, and what I'm going to be doing is basically running a series that I ran last year. Last year I ran a series where I started with £10 on this site and I traded up to £1,000 in under 2 months, and that was kind of the first 2 months I was playing the game. Now, we're 1 year later and I feel like I'm a lot more experienced, so I'm actually going to be running the exact same sort of Road to Glory, where I start off with £10 and I trade my way up. And I'll be teaching you guys lessons about trading, investing, I guess time management when it comes to trading, investing, what I look for, how you can work on a lower budget, a higher budget, how you can even play SO5 and make good money if you do enough research. But the idea is basically going to give you guys a nice low budget series which you guys can follow along and hopefully learn some lessons at the same time. And to run alongside this Road to Glory, I'll be giving away £10 in Sorare every single day in this Road to Glory. All you need to do to enter is like the video and leave a comment on your Sorare Manager name. So if you guys are interested in following along with this, journey, you can actually play it for free, as in like the fancy football aspect. Now, I won't be playing overly too much of the fancy football aspect because my specialities lie in trading and investing. But if you do sign up, there is a referral link down below. Once winning 5 cards on the bidding market, you'll get yourself a free limited card. And I will always say this at the beginning of episodes, you can lose money as well as making money. It is investing in the end of the day, so please do be responsible. So the observant of you will also see that we're not actually starting this on a fresh account, but we basically will be. Now, the reason I guess I'm not starting this on a fresh account is because I'm actually extremely active. Like I said, I've been playing this for over a year, and I've got about 2.7 thousand investments on here at the moment. Now, to stop me having to sell all of them, we're basically going to be using the £10 within the account, which means I'm going to be tracking the £10 buying, tracking the £10 in trade offers, and never exceeding the £10 for the sake of me not having to sell 2.7 thousand cards. Now, I can also easily track which players I've bought and I guess have with that £10, because there's a element in Sorare where I can add all players to a group selection of players. So all players will be added to this squad called Players in £10 Road to Glory, just to make sure nothing is going to interfere with them. So when it comes to a lot of people's advice when it comes to trading on Sorare, a lot of it is almost more investing, as in you'll buy a player and then hold on to them for anywhere from a week to almost a month. But I've kind of innovated a trading method that allows you to buy players for cheap and sell them within a 24-hour period, which is quite rare. And it kind of all comes down to the psychology of the person listing it. I always like to think of it as, if you wanted to go and buy a PlayStation 5, would you go to your neighbour who you knew had a PlayStation 5 and try and buy it off him? Probably not, because he doesn't want to sell you his PlayStation 5. What would you want to do? You'd go to either a shop, you'd maybe go to a car boot sale, because you know that these people want to sell their PlayStation 5. And that's exactly how trading works on Sorare. If someone doesn't want to sell you a card on Sorare, they're not going to give you a good deal, because they probably want that card. But if you know that someone wants to sell a card on Sorare, or they're in a hurry to sell stuff on Sorare, you know that you can get a better deal because you know the incentive behind the listing. So if you want to know who the bots are, they are all the people that I do follow over on Sorare. So Bologna is the most prolific bot. So what we need to now do is we need to reverse engineer one of his buys. So he's got himself Azir Regazzoni, and again, he's only ever buying cards that are quote-unquote snipes. So what we're going to do is we're obviously not going to go and care about this card, but what we care about is who did he buy the card off of. This is the order of people who bought the card. So Santiago bought the card, he then went and sold it to Dewdrop, he then went and sold it to Benjamin, he then went and sold it to the likes of Bologna. So we go back one, and this is the person who sold it to Bologna, aka the person who went and panic sold the card. So now what we do is we'd go and find this person. And the idea is, before they list up any other cards, what you would do is you'd send them an offer. Now the idea is you don't send them an offer that is insulting, because what will eventually happen is enough people will block you to the point where you'll get a 3-day suspension, and it's just a 3-day trading suspension that they put in the game just to stop people annoying people. But the idea is that this guy wants to sell people, so you sending over trade offers is doing him, a benefit. Every now and again though, someone will list a card who isn't in a hurry to sell stuff, and as a result you'll do nothing more than just annoy them. But it's how the cookie crumbles. So what we're looking to do is, especially on a low budget, we're looking to find someone who's cheap, because we don't want to be sending over offers of players who are expensive. I'd prefer to have almost 20 players who are 50p than 2 players that are £5, because I'll see a much faster turnover Plus, if, for example, the £5 player drops to £3, that's a lot more, I guess, a lot more hitting to the budget than if a 50p player, for some reason, drops to 40p. So it basically is diversifying the risk and ideally speeding up the cash flow. What we're going to do is we're going to alternate between all the accounts, and then as soon as we identify that a new card's been listed, we're going to backtrack the card and then go and see if we can send any offers over to the people who are, ideally panic selling the card. So nothing new's been listed right there. So we're going to refresh this right here, and he potentially has won someone 14 minutes ago. There we go. So let's go and see if this guy has anything that we can go and send over offers to. He's got 8 cards, and by the looks of things, he's actually probably gone and bought all of these in the last 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and find someone who's around about our budget. We're not really looking at buying stuff above £1 if we're only working with £10. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the likes of Sorare Base. We're going to go and type in Matey, and then we're going to go and have a little look what he's been going for. There we go. So he's been going for the best part of, if we go and put in pounds, what do we have? We've got a 70p, we got a 70p, 50p, 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 60p, 50p, 40p, 60p. So we are kind of, if we're being realistic, we'll probably only be able to sell them for about 50 to 60p, which means we'll go and send over a trade offer of 40p. And the idea is what we're going to do is just keep on alternating and keep on sending over trade offers. Now, what's quite nice is if, let's say we sent over this trade offer and he accepted, I'd then go and, if I hadn't already, go and send over some other trade offers. Because if he's going to accept a low trade offer on one player, well then we can kind of bank that he'll accept some trade offers on the other players. When it does come to sending over trade offers, very rarely will I send anything less than, let's say, 10-20% of what the player's listed for. Just because, again, you want to kind of not come across as insulting, because otherwise you'll find yourself getting blocked, which will disable you being able to do this method for a while. Then I'll go to this method for a little bit, and we'll show you guys the outcome. So we have managed to get our first set of deals, and it's kind of like when you get one deal, you get loads of deals, because you kind of find the right person, like I said earlier. As long as you know the incentive of the person selling, you can get yourself a bunch of deals. So I went and got 8 deals off this one person. We did pretty decently. Again, you've got to remember, we're only working on a £10 budget, so beggars can't be choosers. In fact, you can see right there, spoiler alert, in theory, again, we'll talk about theoretical profit because it's just a lot easier for me to track. I'll update it every few days, just to maybe where I've overstated and whatever. But if I could sell everyone for what I want to sell them for, we should be on about £12.64. So £2.64 profit, which again, you only make profit when you sell. But let's go and walk you guys through the deals we managed to get. So we start off here with Justin Von Steen, which is the first player I sent a trade offer up to. We want him for 96p, should be a selling for about £1.50. Carly El Makar, who we went and picked up for 27p, should be a selling for 50p. Sebastian Anderson, who we picked up for 55p, should be a selling for 81p. And then we've got a bunch of trash players. But the idea is that these are such an irrelevant amount of our total budget of £10 that I don't mind if these take a few days to sell on, because in theory they are just absolute minute numbers. Alright, so this guy right here we've went and picked up for 27p, should hopefully be able to sell him a minimum of 55p. Hyung, once again 27p, should be able to sell him at 55. Amir, who we picked up for 27, should be able to sell him at 55. And then these two I picked up for 14p and ideally going to sell for 55. 2 more deals, and again they're just off the exact same person. So I've managed to get, I think it's 10 deals today, but they're only off of 2 different people. So when you're going through the I guess the bots one by one, it's really a game of patience, because it's not like every single offer you're going to send, you're going to win. It's like when you hit a jackpot, you hit a quote-unquote jackpot, because you'll find someone who's going to give you 2 deals. Like I've just gone and picked these 2 deals off someone else right now. So the 2 deals we managed to get is Samuel Mutumasami and Janik Habra. And again, they're both off the exact same person because he wanted to sell them fast, which meant I was more than happy to take the deals. So we'll start off here with Samuel right here. We've gone and picked him up for £2.06p. We're going to go and sell him for £3.16. Shouldn't be too hard to sell him whatsoever. And Janik Habra, we've gone and picked up for £3.98, who should be able to sell him for £5.22. Which means the total spending on today's episode is £8.91. The player value is projected to be £13.99, which means that overall today we've profited £5.80, as you can see down below. But I think that is going to wrap it up. Once again, I'll go through this method, I'm sure, in other episodes if I haven't made it too clear. The idea is that you'll go over to my profile, you can see all the people I follow. These are all going to be auto buyers. And what you do is just go through them one by one, seeing when they win a new card. And when they do win a new card, you then go and send over trade offers to the person they won the card off of. And they're going, again, I only try and go about 20% cheaper just so it's not insulting. And again, if they reject one, more likely than not, just let them be, because otherwise you will find yourself getting blocked by that person, which is never too good for the long run. But thank you very much for watching episode 1. We'll see you guys tomorrow with episode 2. Hopefully we have a decent amount of these players selling on, so we've got some nice money to continue doing the auto buy method with. And maybe in tomorrow's episode I'll tell you a little bit, or teach you guys a little bit about how I know what sort of deals to be looking for when I see these auto buyers win deals.